Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today we would like to give a presentation with the title of Reconsideration of Work-Life Balance. Recently in Japan, there is a significant argument of work-life balance, and Japanese people are said to work too much. So, and the incident that one lady committed suicide due to overwork will be fresh in your memory. So now it's time to reconsider how we work and how we make our life valuable. So, and in addition, most of us will start working from this April. So it will be really important for us to consider work-life balance too. So first of all, our basic position towards this issue is that each employee should protect her or himself from overwork. So please look at this survey. According to OECD, the ranking of working hours of men in the world, in OECD countries, showed Japan ranked at the first, and followed by these two countries, Mexico and South Korea. So this survey showed Japanese men work the most in the world and longest in the world. And even in general, the ranking of working hours, both men and women, this ranking showed Japan ranked 15th. And the working hours was 1,746 hours per year. So compared with foreign countries, it is obvious that Japanese people work overtime. And moreover, in Japan, a lot of employees might fabricate the working hours. And a lot of employees overwork without any pay. In Japanese, we call it service zangyo. So actually, the average of working hours in Japan would be much more longer than this data.
And here's an example of overwork. This kind of incident is the second time at Enzu. And in this case, 24-year-old Matsuri Takahashi jumped from her third floor on Christmas Day in 2015 because she couldn't tolerate hard and long work. And she worked over 100 hours of overwork a month. And she showed her growing fatigue on Twitter. And according to her Twitter, her boss said, "Don't come to work with that messy hair and those bloodshot eyes." And at her workplace, she had no one to talk with about her distress. So, is there any laws to protect workers from overwork? I will introduce labor standards law. Article 32 is about working hours, and it says an employer shall not have a worker work more than 8 hours per day and 40 hours per week. However, there is one troublesome article which is called Saburoku Kyote in Japanese, and it says the agreement between employers and employees allows lengthening working time, although there is a limit that employers must not make employees work more than 15 hours of overwork a week and 45 hours a month. Working time of outside sales employees is difficult to estimate and sometimes intentionally fabricated. So Article 36 is used to lengthen working time. So we can see the contradiction that even though we have Article 32, which limits working time, but Article 36 is stronger and able to lengthen working time beyond Article 32.
Okay, so based on these findings, we would like to give some suggestions. First of all, record your own working time when you start working. So for example, take photos of time cards and take photos of the office clock. So this will prevent the employers from downplaying your working time. And also, use GPS application to prove your working time. So you can check the application stores. There are some applications which are made from the ideas of lawyers. So GPS can prove like you are in the office or you finished the work and leave the office. And next, talk with your colleagues. If you are alone, your words will be hushed up. Your words will be deleted. So your colleagues may suffer from the same situation as yours. You should cooperate with them and plan together. And also, don't see as virtue to work hard in a severe condition. This is a typical Japanese idea. The more you work hard, the better you are. However, sometimes people need to have a rest, and we are allowed to take paid holidays. But please look at this chart. This chart shows how many paid holidays are taken. So look at here. Only 60% of Japanese complete all of their paid holidays. For example, if you are given 10 days paid holiday, averagely 6 days are taken. Japan ranks here, second worst out of 12 countries. And also please look at this chart too. This chart shows percentage of people who feel guilty to take paid holidays. So as you can see, Japan is worst out of 12 countries. 80% of Japanese people are reluctant to take paid holidays. In other words, 1 person out of 5 feels uncomfortable taking paid holidays. Comparing the percentage of US and Korea, the percentage of Japan is doubled. So based on these findings, again our suggestions: be wise and healthy worker. If you doubt your working time, it is worth reconsidering. You should be healthy worker, physically or mentally. Next, learn how to protect yourself. It is significant not to take all problems by yourself. And the most important thing is life should always go first. We should keep the balance between life and work. Work to live, not live to work. Thank you for listening. That's all.